really need it. The people that really need help are still in poverty. They are still struggling. But the people who have the money are the ones who buy those real estates. Okay. So what I'm telling you now is, in my company, we have something called, we make blocks and we make bricks. But we make blocks that are we make blocks that are sustainable. We make bricks that are sustainable. Our bricks, let me talk about the bricks. Our bricks is a new system existing in other parts of the world, but just in my place, in my community, they're not really accustomed to it. What they've been using for many years is the burnt bricks. Burnt bricks, these are soil or clay bricks that they take, they mold them, and after that they have to pile them into a heap, and then they burn the bricks using wood. So to acquire that wood, they have cut down a number of trees so that they can fuel this funnel, you know. But with our technology, we have a machine which is electronic, and it has a compressing cylinder. We compress this soil or clay, we add in some cement, we compress it, and it becomes a brick. And with this brick, we build affordable houses. Let me show you the bricks. Just a moment, don't go, don't go. So guys, when I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, you might think, oh, she has this bag. But with this bag, I have my, these are bricks that I travel with to show people my samples. My samples, these are so beautiful. They are old as old can be. And with these bricks, we can make affordable houses. Okay? And don't tell me or don't think that these houses are not nice. These are beautiful homes. Oh, let me see where I can have this bag. It's heavy. So next time I come to your country, I have this bag with me. You will ask me, oh, Barbara, what is that? These are my bricks that I move around with. Unboxing the bricks. So this is one of them. I put it here, or I put it there so you can see it. And then voila, unboxing the bricks. I put it there. You're going to be able to see it there. We're going to talk about that. And then here. Guys, what I'm telling you now is that these bricks, you might wonder, okay, Clay, why are they black and gray and green? This is just iron oxide. It's a color that we put in to make different. I'm just showing you an example that we can make different colors. So as you see, somebody's calling me on my phone. So yeah, stopped. Okay, as you see, these are interlock. You see, this is something called, this side is called the female side and the male side, this protruding side. So when you put them together, they don't move. Okay, in that way you are saving on the mortar. Let me show you. You are saving on the mortar that you are going to use. Now look here, guys. This is a brick and it's sitting on each other and they are steady. They're not moving. You see that interlock part? When you put this in, it becomes like that. So this is a system that we are going to build affordable housing with. Okay, guys, I want you to know, all of you who are in Europe, you're going back home to build houses. Okay, and when you come back home, these engineers, they tell you, oh, if we need 5 bags of cement here, and you know how many bags they use. That is why I decided to go back and study engineering. Exactly. Because people tell you, you think you're building one house, but in actual sense, you build 3 houses. You build 1, which is yours, and 2 of his. I'm going to start a construction management company. With this construction management company, I will count, I will monitor things and all the details. I'll monitor everything. Because first of all, let me tell you, it's not about the cement itself. If you're buying a high-raised building or, apartment, whatever you're building, you have to reinforce it. And most of the people who are building, I've been studying people building home, and they're like, where's the reinforcement? But here we're classifying buildings according to reinforcement we have, according to the type of cement we use. Do you know that cement has different types of cement? There's the cement type 1, cement type 2, cement type 3, and so on. Okay? And the specific cement does specific work. So we don't know if our people don't have this knowledge, because most of the engineers I've talked to, I asked them, so what major did you do? Where did you study engineering? And they're like, oh, I learned on the site. And I'm like, okay, well, it's good. Experience is really good. But there's research-based knowledge or research-based information. So many times that is what I'm relying on when I'm building my company. It's not just the experience. We have that. We have the skills. We have the knowledge. We are doing research. We are doing things. I'm into construction in Sweden because I want to keep up with the technology that is in the industry of building. There's something called building technology. Right now in Sweden, we don't use these plans like the blueprints anymore. We don't use them on sites. We use BIM, we use Vico, we use softwares. Everything is virtual. We are not in the same room, but we are working on the same document. As you work here, the engineer is seeing on the other side of town. As I work here, the architecture is also taking part of what I'm doing. So as you build, and you don't change things on ground when the architecture who actually took the time to draw the building is not informed. But in African sites, I've been there. The first site, you see me in this video where I'm actually managing the site where when we went in to build our little office, just a little office. I left these guys with instructions and I told them, okay, this is the width and this is the breadth. The width and the length, okay? I'm sorry, sometimes I mix my Swedish words in. But this is the width and this is the length of this place. And this is how it's going to be. So I went to buy a few materials. Coming back, I look at that place and I'm like, what has happened? Is this really 3 meters? And it's like, no, madam, 3 meters was too much. So I made like 2.5. I'm like, why? No, it's enough, because here in Uganda, we have standards. I'm like, I know your standards, but I don't want that standard. I'm doing something else, because I had in mind that this space, I'm going to be utilizing it in a certain way. But the guy goes on and changes everything from the ground. So what I did, he built the house all the way to the roofing stage, and we broke the house down. We took it down, literally. That is what happened with these blocks, with these bricks, sorry. He had built the house to the point where we are supposed to roof it. And what I did when I found out that we had made the mistakes from the ground, we took the bricks away. But what we encountered, you see these holes? Into these holes, we have to put a metal rod. That metal rod is going to turn out to be a pillar. And in that metal rod, we put in cement and concrete, okay? We put in concrete, and that becomes a pillar that is going to hold these things every after 1.5 meters or 2 meters, depending on the size of the building. So what we had to do was literally take away these bricks, put them on the side, all the way to the ground, and redo everything. So I paid him full, and I asked him to go. That is Africa. So guys, I'm telling you, when you're coming out to Africa and you want to build that dream of yours, you've been in Europe, you're in the diaspora, you work so hard to keep your money, and you say, okay, in December, I'm going back to build my house. And then you look for these experienced people. They are good, but we need to add in our knowledge. If you want to have a bathroom like one in Europe, I will show you one, okay? And you tell somebody who is living in Africa, he's a local guy, oh, I want to do this beautiful bathroom. Or you tell him on the phone, contractor, this is the beautiful bathroom. Make it beautiful, make it nice. They do nice, they do. But for me, it's happened to me once. I gave them all the instructions to build this beautiful, what I call beautiful space. I wanted to build a toilet out in the village. Okay? A toilet where people could come. It was in the community. You know, the center, people would, come to the center, but they want this facility. Like you come to the center where the toilets. Here we have in Mall Scandinavia. When you go to Mall Scandinavia in Sweden, you don't go there and say, oh, now I have to go to the toilet. Where do I go? So I take a bus and go back home. No, there are toilets for customers, okay? So in our center in the village in Butalangu, we didn't have that. So I said, okay, let us build a toilet. And I gave these people instructions. I gave the site manager instructions and everything. And what the site manager did also, he gave instructions to the workers and he kind of went somewhere. So they come up and I'm like, okay, guys, let me see what you've done. And you know what they did? They've made the rooms this small. So if you're my size, you would fit. But if I'm pregnant or something, I barely can fit. I have to walk in like this or on the way. And I'm like, guys, what have you done? This is not what I said. They say, yeah, madam, but all the toilets here, that is the standard. And I said, this is my land. Okay? I asked you to make a toilet this big. I want it